Hello, welcome to today's class on understanding geography with diagram. Today basically we'll be talking about your Atlantic Ocean bottom topography. Let's start. First of all, let's know about the Atlantic Ocean. Basically, your Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean in the world. Now, why was it formed? Now, Atlantic Ocean was formed because of the separation of your South American plate and the North American plate from your Gondwana and your Laurasia. This was your Gondwana and from your Laurasia or the Angara or your Angara land. Or simply you can write it as the African plate and your Eurasian plate. It is the separation of the North America and the South America from the Gondwana and the Angara plate that has basically led to the formation of your Atlantic Ocean, which is the second largest ocean in the world. Now, as you can see, the Atlantic Ocean is quite narrow near the equator, almost over here, and it is quite broad over here. Now, this is one more thing. Now, first of all, we'll discuss about your continental shelf in the Atlantic Ocean. Now, as you can see, all these yellow zones are nothing but your continental shelf. Hence, you can see that the continental shelf in the Atlantic Ocean occupies 13% of the total ocean bottom topography. Now, why there is such extensive continental shelf? Because the boundaries are passive, means as you can see the plates are diverging from here, whereas this boundary are completely passive, means they are tectonically non-active. Hence, extensive continental shelf. What is continental shelf? We had basically discussed in the yesterday's class itself. Next, due to this continental shelf, we also have the shallow water body. What are the shallow water body? If you basically see the shallow water body, basically first of all, let's discuss about all this continental shelf. We have the Grand and the George Bank in the northwest. We have the Dogger Banks in the in the northeast. Next, we have over here is your Rio de la Plata over here in South America. Now these are some of the extensive this is your extensive continental shelf. Next, we have the shallow water body. If you look at the shallow water body, we have the Baltic Sea over here, we have the North Sea over here, we also have the Rio de la Plata Sea over here. Next, we have the deep water body. As you can see, the deep water body basically over here is none other than your Mediterranean Sea. Similarly, we have the Caribbean Sea, which is also your deep water body. Next, we have the transitional water body. Transitional water body, as you can see, is none but your Gulf of Mexico. Now, what is a transitional water body? Basically, this is for your understanding. You do not need to write this or mention this while describing the ocean bottom topography. Transitional water body means it goes from that is, the depth goes on increasing as we move more towards the water body from the land. This is the land, this is the water body. As we move from the land to the water body, the depth goes on increasing, hence it is called as transitional. Next, we discussed on this first, we discussed what was the Atlantic Ocean all about, how Atlantic Ocean was formed. Now about the continental shelf, why there is continental shelf such extensive. Next, we discussed about the various types of water bodies that are present. Next, we'll discuss on the ridge. Now as you can see, I have totally divided this ridges. Remember that the entire North Atlantic Basin ridge is called the Dolphin Ridge, and the South Atlantic Basin ridge is called your Challenger Ridge. Now within the Dolphin Ridge, you can see we have the Telegraph Plateau and the Waverly Ridge. This Telegraph and the Waverly, basically they are separating the Arctic Basin. This is none other than your Arctic Basin. Similarly, the entire this your Dolphin Ridge extensive from your Iceland up to your Romanche fracture. This is your Romanche fracture zone. You can see that up till its extension it is narrow in this part, but however in this part it becomes very broad, and this broader part is called your Azores Plateau. And as you can see, the northern Dolphin Ridge is separating the basin into two parts. it is the Iberian Basin, that is the eastern part, and the Caribbean Basin, that is your western part. Next, again we have a Challenger Ridge. The Challenger Ridge extending from your Romanche fracture zone up till your, it extends up till your Southern Ocean. This is your Southern Ocean. Again it is narrow, but however over this part it is broad, and this is called as the Bromley Plateau. Remember that within the ocean itself it's called a plateau. It's not necessary that it needs to be within the land to be called as a plateau. Again, as you can see, the Challenger Ridge is again dividing the entire basin into different parts. First of all, we'll go for the this your eastern part. Within the eastern part, as you can see, the Challenger Ridge consists of your axillary ridge. Now this axillary ridge is called as the Walvis Ridge, separating the basin into the Una Basin in the northeast part and the Cape Basin in the southeast part. Similarly, we have your Rio de la Plata rise, I hope you understood. I hope in the last class you had studied about the continental rise, which I had exclusively mentioned in my video. Now this Rio de la Plata rise will divide again the basin into two parts, that is your Brazilian Basin in the northwest and your Argentine Basin in your southwest. The extension of the entire this your Challenger Ridge is up to your Atlantic or the Southern Ocean, and hence it means towards the Indian Ocean, and this is called AAI, that is your Atlantic Arctic Indian Ocean Ridge. This ridge is called Atlantic Arctic Indian Ocean Ridge. Atlantic Arctic Indian Ocean Ridge. I hope you get this clearly. Next, again we'll discuss what else do we have. See, first of all, that your Dolphin Ridge is separated from your Challenger Ridge by your Romanche fracture. What is a fracture zone? A zone which is basically a separation between the ridge and it is devoid of the volcanic activity. Similarly, we can find over here is that we can find the continental islands and we can find the volcanic island. Continental islands have been marked in green. The Caribbean islands are your continental island. The British Isles is your again your continental island. And within the continental island over here, you can see the trench that are formed. This trench is nothing but formed due to the Caribbean plate submergence with the North American plate. Remember that this Caribbean plate is a minor plate, is being submerged under the North American plate. Caribbean plate is oceanic, North American plate is continental plate. Oceanic plate being heavier sinks under the continental plate. Next, we have over here the volcanic island. Example of the volcanic island remains your Tristan da Cunha. Overall, as you can see, it is almost located over here in itself on the ridge. Hence, this is the total ocean bottom topographic classification, where we describe Atlantic Ocean, how is it formed, then we describe the continental shelf, we describe the water bodies. Next, we describe the entire ridge, how it is separating the basin. Next, we discuss the different features, that is the fracture, the trench. Next, we discuss over here the formation of your continental islands and the volcanic islands. I hope you understand the continental islands are the part of the continent, remember that, whereas the volcanic islands are formed due to the volcanic eruption. Thank you. That will be all for today's class.